TV, I am not black.
People were here first. Black people were here first. Black people were here first. Black people, they are the aboriginals of every continent. Dark-skinned people are the aboriginals of every
continent.
Native Americans migrated over the ice bridge from Siberia, that would be Asia, and became what we now know as Native Americans. But the people who were on that land before them and the ice bridge even formed were black people. Black people also built pyramids on every continent. That's why there are pyramids on every continent.
I am not black. Raw TV, I am not black.
Let's do it again. I mean, just listen to her opening statement.
No one's disregarding the natives, they just came from Siberia, they are Asian. I learned this in elementary school before it became an agenda,
She admitted that the Native Americans are Asians. They Siberians. She said she learned about that in school. And if you think about it, didn't you? You learned the exact same thing in school. Tell the truth. But see, okay, hold on. Exactly, okay? But notice how we didn't pay much attention to that. We just bypassed it. Out of all of those years we were in school, we bypassed the key thing. People gonna remember. And if they were educated here in America, those that are about the truth are going to speak the truth. Again, now, here's another thing. I haven't watched all of these videos, especially in full. So again, let me put my disclaimer out there. That does not mean that I agree with everything that they're stating. So I'm going to play this out right now.
No one's disregarding the natives, they just came from Siberia, they are Asian. I learned this in elementary school before it became an agenda, before they were able to cover it up. Black Americans were reclassified from Native Americans to African Americans.
Woo! Hey, listen, y'all, this is why I'm telling y'all, it's not all foreigners. That's why I'm gonna be real. This is a reason why I'm still doing, like, I mean, you know, I know y'all gonna say FBA, right? I disagree with the black part. I told y'all how I feel about FBA and Tariq Nasheed. But this is another reason why I did not want y'all attaching me to him. Because he coming at all foreigners as if all foreigners are against us, and that's not true. That's not true. And that's why I got to disagree with that, because I know for a fact, me personally, that foreigners have been helping, have been helping to push the narrative. I know that for a fact. And then they get up there and apologize to me. Like, I'm representing everybody, and I appreciate that. But I'm saying, like, I like when they got the, they got the audacity to come online and start talking like this, no matter how their peers feel inside of the comments. Okay? But no, spreading that message is helping. You got to understand that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Spreading that message is helping. Yes, it is. That's putting their own people in check. I'm just letting you know that.
All of them come from Africa.
So let me
school before it became an agenda, before they were able to cover it up. Black Americans were reclassified from Native Americans to African Americans. Not all of them come from Africa. They are finding this with their DNA tests. They are finding this with their literal elders telling them. Even Siberians know where y'all came from. Native Americans are just like Koreans and Japanese people. They come from the people of the Yellow River. That's where all Asiatics come from. Then they did something called migrated, and after they migrated, they ended up enhancing on gene pools that are only slightly different to mainland Asiatics. If you're new to my page, I'm a spiritual creator, and I disguise myself as a political activist. Because that's the only way people my age, with my background, will listen to me. When I refer to China, I'm...
Whoa. Whoa. Now, remember, we just said this. We just said that, nah, let them do it. They helping spread the message to their own people. And you heard what she said. Let's repeat that one more time.
Even Siberians know where y'all came from. Native Americans are just like Koreans and Japanese people. They come from the people of the Yellow River. That's where all Asiatics come from. Then they did something called migrated, and after they migrated, they ended up enhancing on gene pools that are only slightly different to mainland Asiatics. If you're new to my page, I'm a spiritual creator, and I disguise myself as a political activist. Because that's the only way people my age, with my background, will listen to me. When I refer to China, I'm mostly referring to the original Asiatics that come from the Yellow River, hence the yellow peoples, the golden peoples of the sun. We are one of the last hieroglyphic and tonal languages left on this planet, have integrated ancient traditions into modern life, and live in a balance among nature and society. We have an opportunity now before they can coin a new term for spiritual psychosis, which, by the way, was coined by a white girl who was a self-proclaimed pathological liar. But we have this window of time before they figure out how to bury all of the information that we've uncovered, before they start calling us crazy again. And we have to go back to disguising ourselves as anything other than spiritual creators. All of the conspiracies were true. And maybe they all lead to anti-Semitism because the people lying to us hide actively behind Judaism. If Jews face such harsh discrimination in this society, can somebody point me to a single one that is dealing actively with systemic oppression? A single one of them and that has been deported? They want to be...
Uh-oh.
Seen as people of color so bad, yet they live in rich neighborhoods. I canvassed doors in Georgia. I went to all these neighborhoods knocking on them. Never met a dark Jewish person. Never met a poor one. The Japanese look a spitting image of us. Literally stole Hanzi, the Chinese characters, and are calling it kanji. And because the white man told them they spawned in looking like that, they believe it. To trace genetic ancestry, all you need is eyes. I know the Chinese came from melanin because every time I go to a predominantly black, what we consider black, space, I am treated like family. Unless, of course, they're racist and don't like Asians. That's a different story. There's all types of people out there. There's Asians that don't like black people. There's black people that don't like Asians. We gotta accept it. We gotta just know when to move on. But the truth of the matter is we share a history, and that's why they lie about both of our histories in the same exact way. The playbook keeps becoming too obvious. The illusions are starting to die. That's why so many Americans are miserable. And so many foreigners who just drank the American Kool-Aid are miserable. They're illusionary.
Woo! Okay. All right. Okay, let me keep going.
That's why so many Americans are miserable. And so many foreigners who just drank the American Kool-Aid are miserable.
Woo.
Their illusionary magic that they do at the Vatican is at its weakest point.
Woo.
We have the opportunity now to break it entirely. We just have to prove that we're gonna do better than we did last time. And the second we truly break their illusions, they're gonna try and break the world. Wars always coincide with awakenings. And even the white girl said it. Look, they want you to be afraid of celebrity.
War always coincides with awakenings. Remember, I tell you all the time that you cannot have peace without war. Listen, y'all. This is spiritual warfare. This is not a game. Get in line, stand in formation in order for you to receive information. You got to get information. You got to be ready. You got to be a warrior. The time is now, y'all. This is happening now. Right now. Every single video you about to see me play is recently. This is right now. This ain't years ago. This is right now. You said they're buffering my stream? I mean, here we go.
Celebrities have been talking to us for years because they are sitting at the table with these people and they know their playbook. They have been actively exposing them. We just don't listen to them, like Andre 3000 said. Y'all just want to dance. But yeah, even the white girl said it. We'll have to stop the world just to stop pretending. And that's what they're gonna try and do. So all the people who are afraid right now are going to cling to their illusions. Cling. I see my family doing it now, my adoptive family. I see it. Spent years decolonizing their minds. They could almost see the light, and all of a sudden this war thing starts happening and they're zip back to their property, back to their 9-to-5s, back to their faith. That's the agenda. It's just hard to watch real time. It's the second time I've done this though, and I am left coping with the fact that I'm going to lose another family, all due to the lies that the white man spreads. Lies that he depends on to exist. The actual native ones are the ancient ones, and all the ancient ones are dark-skinned, melanated people. People keep asking me for proof. I'm just the messenger. I just speak the truth I know. Those same people refuse to scroll the comments on my videos. And I saw the melanated community discover their true Aboriginal origins. And their emotional response was the exact same as mine when I discovered that I'd been lied to about China. Not just influencers, people with lives, families, degrees, being brought to their knees because of this information they've been lied to about. You can't fake those kind of reactions. And only somebody who's been through it can identify that as genuine. So
wow. I'm not, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Look, and I had to stop it with 13 seconds left. Y'all, this, I'm not gonna lie. And we opening with this video. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. This is what y'all needed to hear. Because I know it's a lot of y'all out there that are battling with some of the foreigners that are against what you're doing. But you got to understand that what she just said was very true. At the same time you're finding out, they're finding out. You understand what I'm saying? They're finding out. No, I'm not saying it. Okay, again, it's a lot of things that I disagree with Tariq Nasheed, but part of that is right. Like the part that you know that he got from me is correct. Okay. So it's not about me working it out with them. They got to work that out amongst themselves. I don't have to, I'm not here to, you know, mediate a conversation with people that don't want to have a conversation about this. I'm here to make things happen for our people that know that we should be doing something about this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no debating this. There's not no, 75% right and the rest is wrong. No, we got to be 100% about everything that we're talking about here. And see, look, and I'm telling y'all, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and finally, this is happening. I'm so glad, though, don't get me wrong, but we got work to do. Like I hope you heard the back end of what she was saying, because what she was saying was absolutely truthful. There's so much work that we have to do now that we know, okay, the truth. On top of people saying, you know, bad things about us in the comments and everything like that, because it was a hard pill for them to swallow too. Keep in mind, this is all happening simultaneously. So I'm not knocking you guys, but when I say hurry up, I'm not knocking you guys when I'm saying, you know, hurry up, but hurry up. We have so much more work to do with our people. Yes, we are indigenous to this. You are hearing a direct foreigner tell you the same thing. And she ain't got no cut cards. She told you who she was. She told you who her people was. And she told you that she telling her people. When the last time you seen videos like that? This is how you know times are changing now. This is a major deal. This is nothing to be played with. So regardless of what, for example, regardless of what religious practice, okay, you believe in, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is so critical that that part shouldn't matter. A spiritual warfare consists of all of your people, no matter what your religious belief or spirituality may be, or if you combine them both, because that's not what they're after. They're after your mind. They're about control. So yes, they want more division tactics to be spread amongst us as a people. But this is why I'm so glad that I played this video first, so you can see that it is other foreigners out there that are not only, I'm not trying to say that she was speaking on our behalf, because she was telling what she knows to be true. And that was also linking with her spirit. So she told you that she was a spiritual person. When y'all say that this is biblical, what do you think that is? When y'all say that it was written, what do you think that is? You look at biblical, okay, when you say it's biblical, that's reality, right? You immediately say, no, that was written. You say, hey, that's about to be reality, or that's real. That means when a person speaks from their spirit, you understand what I'm saying? You know where it's coming from now. You know where it's coming from. Okay? And I'm not saying that this is where we got to go and start worshiping somebody's ideology. This is not about that. This is not about worshiping somebody's ideology. This is getting back to what our ancestors have already laid for us. I explained to you multiple times and showed you and proved you to let you know what happened. Most of y'all want to know what happened. I tell you. We tell you. We tell and show you. I show you all the time. But now, like, that's why I'm so glad. I'm very thankful that you are doing your research on your family. That's what counts. You are doing the paperwork on your family to find out what happened to your families individually. That's needed. That is the proof to let you know that you are indigenous to this landmass. Remember earlier in this segment, earlier in her video, she told you that the Black Americans, and she said so-called or something like that. She was letting you know she don't like that term black, which is correct. Got switched to the Native Americans. They are the Black Americans are the indigenous people. You heard her. She said Aboriginal, whatever term you want to use, primordial, whatever one. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is the truth. That is what's written. That is what's prophesized. That is the truth. That is reality. They can't get away from that. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not here to debate the Bible. Okay? I'm not here for that. We could go that route at a different time. I'm not here to debate that. Because that's not what this is about. I'm not here to debate who you worship or who you love. I'm here to tell you that you should be loving you, yourself, your family, and your people, because they made you forget about them. To the point where you don't know your people here, and that's the fight. That's something that needs to change, because once you realize who you are, then we can make the proper progress. That's what I'm referring. I've been saying this for years, and I'm going to constantly repeat because there's so many more people waking up now. Thank the Creator for that. We got to do this, not nobody else. It's us, y'all. It's up to us. But I'm glad that you are getting a chance to see that there are foreigners out there that are speaking up as well. Whether if you want to say it's for your benefit or not, but I'm just saying, at least 98% of what she's...
Raw TV. I am not black. I am not.